Hello, everyone. My name is Carmine Yavoli, and today I'm excited to share my academic journey and how it led me to my capstone project, AI, and its impact on our lives. We'll explore how AI is reshaping education, creativity, and independent thought, and why the choices we make today could shape how we learn and think for generations to come. Here's the roadmap for today's presentation. First, I'll walk you through my academic journey, how small experiences and big questions led me to focus on AI. Then we'll dive into my capstone research, where I wrestled with the wicked question about AI's role in our thinking and creativity. Finally, I'll look ahead to the future and share why I believe we're at a turning point. One of those calls for conscious choices, not just convenience. My awareness of AI in education began back in 2018 when I started at Nassau Community College on Long Island. At the time, AI was mostly a background presence, something we heard about but didn't necessarily rely on every day. Yet, even then, I noticed signs of change. Students were relying more on technology, voice to text, and virtual assistants started to become more present. Whether it was for research, writing help, basic studying, or being too lazy to tap on our screens to text. It wasn't good or bad necessarily, but it made me wonder, were we outsourcing some of our independent thought without even realizing it? That early question stuck with me. I still think about the science fiction movies and stories that we grew up with. Movies like Star Wars in 2001: A Space Odyssey had imagined intelligent machines that could assist, think, and even create. Back then, it seemed like pure fantasy, but now it seems like we are already living a version of it. As I entered SUNY New Paltz, the pace of AI advancement accelerated dramatically. By 2023 and 2024, generative AI tools such as OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Adobe's Firefly became household names. Students weren't just Googling for information anymore. They were asking AI to draft essays, summarize novels, and brainstorm projects. At first, it felt empowering. We had access to faster help, better explanations, and more polished writing without having to go to a professor's limited office hours or centers that for some commuter students are just not accessible. But then the conversation started between students, professors, and administrators. Was AI supporting learning, or was it weakening it? Were we using AI as a tool, or letting it think for us? My thinking about AI did not form in isolation. It was shaped by the combination of courses that I took across social sciences, United States studies, and fine and performing arts. In my research paper on Forgotten Victims, the persecution of lesbian, gay, and trans individuals during the Holocaust, I realized how easily important histories can be hidden or erased, and how technology could accelerate that erasure if we aren't careful. In my Sketch Gauntlet project, I saw the incredible ways technology can serve creativity, allowing us to solve real-world problems when human intuition leads the way. These experiences taught me something vital, that AI isn't inherently good or bad. It reflects our values, our priorities, and our awareness. Without critical thinking, technology risks becoming a blindfold rather than a tool. All of these experiences brought me to the heart of my capstone, a wicked question. Is AI a tool that expands human critical thinking and creativity, or does it lead to intellectual dependency and a decline in independent thought? It's wicked because there is no right or wrong answer. On one hand, AI offers tools that can deepen analysis, open creative doors, and democratize access to knowledge. One where students and workers can do a task fast and efficiently. On the other hand, it offers shortcuts that bypass the very struggle that makes learning meaningful, that makes us human. Every time we use AI for an essay, a design, a problem set, we face a subtle choice. Are we using AI to extend our thinking or to escape it? The more I explored this question, the more I realized the real danger isn't AI itself, it's complacency. I'll be honest, I felt the pull of AI myself. Who hasn't? There were nights when deadlines loomed, when energy ran low, and I turned to AI for quick help. Sometimes to brainstorm ideas, sometimes to summarize readings I hadn't finished. At first, it felt smart, efficient, but later I started asking myself, was I actually learning anything? Was I growing as a thinker? Was I using an easier way out? Or was I just completing tasks faster without engaging with them? Convenience is powerful, but it's dangerous when it replaces curiosity. Education isn't supposed to be easy. Struggle, confusion, even failure. These are the building blocks of critical thought. If we let AI take that away, we're not just losing effort, we're losing something much deeper: the ability to wrestle with uncertainty, to sit with complex ideas, and to find our own voice. In my capstone, I support the idea that AI is double edged. In design courses like computer aided design and 3D printing, AI can feel like an ally. It can enhance what I could create, but it didn't replace my judgment, creativity, or problem solving. But in writing intensive, humanities driven courses like literature, history, and philosophy, the danger was sharper. Here, the entire point is the struggle: wrestling with text, grappling with the ambiguity, finding meaning where there are no easy answers. When AI steps into that space too heavily, it risks hollowing out the very heart of learning. It offers polished answers, but no journey. And education at its best is a journey. So, what does the future hold? I'm cautiously optimistic. I believe that we can integrate AI into education in ways that empower us as students, teachers, and individuals outside of school once we graduate, but only if we stay intentional. AI must be treated as a collaborator and never a crutch. We need to teach ourselves and others when to lean on AI for support and when to put it aside and wrestle with the ideas the hard way. In the end, I do see AI shaping education, but we still get to shape AI's role throughout our lives. Will we let it make us more efficient? Or will we insist that it makes us more thoughtful? Or will it prove that its existence will lead to dependency and a decline in independent thoughts? That's the real choice ahead. I just want to say thank you so much for listening to my journey and my reflections on AI. I hope that it encourages you to think more deeply, not just about technology itself, but about the human habits and values we bring to it. In an age where it's easy to outsource our thinking, the greatest skill that we can develop is the ability to stay curious, stay critical, and stay human.